Yeah. Analytics off the chain, other channels not the same. Jake and Kyle, you know the name. Headliner Nation, we running the game. I'm a headliner.
What is going on, Headliner Nation? Jake, Fantasy Headliners. Hopefully everybody's doing well out there. Welcome to the Week 15 Tailgate Show. This week is just one of those weeks, right? It just so happens that the fantasy playoffs are starting. Here we have Saturday football games here this weekend. Now all of a sudden with all the COVID issues, we got players who aren't playing, games who are being moved. It's a big mess. And I'm not going to sit here and say, hey, we have all the answers. Everything's good to go here for the weekend. Lock it in. Because over the next 24 to 48 hours, a lot of things could still change. So make sure you're staying tuned, you're up to date here, and making all the last minute changes. There's a lot of people that are going to have to take some gambles here this weekend. We're going to go ahead and start off with the schedule changes, right? There's a few games that have moved. The first one being the first game up here on Saturday. Now, that was a matchup between the Las Vegas Raiders and Cleveland Browns. That is now being moved to Monday at 5 p.m. So we now have a doubleheader on Monday Night Football. Next game up, the Washington football team, Philadelphia Eagles. That's moving from Sunday to Tuesday. We also have the Seattle Seahawks and Los Angeles Rams moving from Sunday to Tuesday as well. So we have football now, Saturday, Sunday, Monday, and Tuesday, and it's all associated here with Week 15. We've had some questions saying, hey, if they play on Tuesday, I still get credit for those points, right? And in your leagues, you absolutely should, being that it is their Week 15 ball game. So you should be good to go there. But those games are iffy, right? I mean, I could almost guarantee you that we're going to have more positive tests come up between now and Tuesday games. So things could definitely change. So now that we have the schedule changes here out of the way, we'll go through a little quick late week updates here. We got the Tailgate Chef in the house. We got some mystery boxes from Pristine Auction. Tater's here with his weather and beer review. Got some point spread picks as well. So make sure you check out the timestamps down below for whatever it is that you're looking for. Let's start off with the news, right? Because there's a lot of things to cover here. And like I said, so much more that could change. The first thing, Odell Beckham, he has cleared the COVID protocol. He is now back and active and scheduled to play on Tuesday. Aaron Jones, he's cleared. He's back as well. He should play this weekend. DeAndre Swift ruled out. I'm avoiding that backfield altogether. We got Javonte Williams. He's back at practice. Been limited here at times this week, along with Melvin Gordon. Great backfield, all right? As long as these guys are active, they're in your lineups as well. Locked in flex plays every single week. Damian Harris. We do not have Damian Harris. He has been ruled out for the New England Patriots, so that means there's going to be a whole lot of Ramondre Stevenson. Don't be surprised if he's one of these guys that can go out there and get you 20-plus touches here this week. Miles Sanders, Jordan Howard, they're both in, which is a total nightmare because now this backfield is a complete mess. Sure, they've come out and said that Miles Sanders could be the starter here, but we know Jordan Howard is one of those guys that can definitely go out there and steal some goal line carry, so that is a huge disappointment from that perspective. Leonard Fournette, he's back at practice. He's a full go. He should be great for this weekend. Michael Carter back and active, another guy that could be in line for a huge workload there for the Jets. Lamar Jackson. It's not looking good for Lamar Jackson. Y'all, I'm leaning the way right now that I'm about 70% sure that he does not play here this weekend. Now, obviously, there's that chance that he could, right? They're going to be shorthanded here for the Baltimore Ravens. Sounds like they could be without Hollywood Brown as well. Do they need to go out there and risk Lamar Jackson if he does play? How limited is he on the ground? Does that take away some of that rushing upside? If he doesn't have that rushing upside, is he as safe of a start even if he does play? Worried about Lamar Jackson. Josh Allen back as a full go at practice. He should be good to go. Carlos Hyde been ruled out for the Jacksonville Jaguars, so we're firing up J-Rob here this week. No more Urban Meyer. Interim coach Darrell Bevell here is definitely known for running the football, and he's already come out and said James Robinson is our leading running back, and he's going to be treated as such. Love J-Rob now this week. Update from Donald Parham, that scary concussion injury from Thursday Night Football. He's been released from the hospital. He should be good to go, which is always good news. DK Metcalf, he's back to being a full go at practice. Do they have Tyler Lockett? They didn't, but now that they've moved the game to Tuesday, there's a chance that we could see Tyler Lockett, so pay attention to that. Elijah Mitchell's continuing to be held out for knee swelling. Not looking good for him here this weekend. And then Jalen Hurts also a full go in practice. So it sounds like he's going to be the starter. Another one of those things, though, where I'm worried about the limitations to his rushing upside. I mean, we know he's coming out of a high ankle sprain. Does that limit him enough to where he doesn't have that safer floor? Because we know he's not somebody that we go out there and we rely on for pass catching points here in fantasy football. We need that rushing upside from him. But now is the time that everybody loves. Christmas is right around the corner. Why not open some mystery boxes here from Pristine Auction to see what we have here this week? Now, real quick, before we open the boxes, I say this every single week, and I'm going to continue to say it here once again. If you guys like getting free things, if you like the mystery boxes, do me a favor. Head over to pristineauction.com, create a new account, and use the promo code HEADLINERS when you do so. They're going to send you a $10 off coupon, and then you're automatically entered into winning all these giveaways that we do every single week. You don't have to go buy anything, but you'll have a coupon sitting there ready and waiting when you want to start building your own little sports sanctum, I guess you can go, whatever you want to call it. Well, I mean, you got your man cave, your she shed, whatever it is. Make sure you have that account set up so you can start getting stuff whenever you are ready. So I got 2 boxes here. I got said little box and big one. That's what she said. And yeah, you guys know how it is. We're going to open this up. I have no idea what is in these boxes. So we will be finding out together. And then more than likely, there are future items that we're going to be giving away. So let's go ahead. Set this down right here. And let's open up the little one first because it's going to be easier. What do you think it is? Leave it down below. Comment section. What do you got? Opening. Opening the box is now open. Still no idea what is inside. You better believe we got bubble wrap. And this is a plastic feeling box. What do we got? Prop this up. I don't even know if you've been able to hear me or not. We have, oh, what is this? It's a signed Joe Montana Funko Pop. Inscribed Hall of Fame. He put 200, but I'm pretty sure that's what, like 2006, 8. I can't tell what it is, but that is a signed Joe Montana Funko. This is something we haven't gotten at all this year. This is what I'm talking about. Pristine Auction knocking it out of the park. That is a signed Joe Montana Funko. Can you even see him? I don't even know if you can tell. I love Funko Pops. I got a Nick Chubb one right here. This entire shelf over here is completely full of Funko Pops. That is awesome. Joe Montana. Man, if that's not enough to go over there and set up your free account, I don't know what is. Now we get the big one. Something so cool in such a small box, and now we get the big one? Shoot. Here we go. I don't know if I can get it with just one hand. All right. It's on the ground. Get the other side opened. Okay. Now, box is open. It's heavy. It's definitely something that we haven't felt before either. It's wrapped in bubble wrap. No. Oh, I don't even want to open it. No way. This is a signed seat back from Barry Sanders. It says right here there's a letter. This letter is to confirm that the seatbacks sold to you were in place at the Silver Dome in Pontiac, Michigan, and removed by us. Our seat sales and removal process beginning April 2014 and still ongoing. It's a seat back from the stadium. Signed by Barry Sanders. What? What the? What do you say to that? Who the hell out there has a seat back signed by Barry Sanders? And wait a second. Hold the phone. Hold on. I got to Google something real quick. Hang on. Because I think this just got way cooler. I'm just checking because I'm kind of flipping out right now. Hold on. No freaking way. I had to double check it because I didn't want to say something that was completely wrong. But here is what's awesome. So that came out of the Silverdome in Pontiac, Michigan. The Pontiac Silverdome. You guys have heard about it. It's been around, or was around forever. It's signed by Barry Sanders. Look at the number on the seat. The number is 20. What was Barry Sanders' number? It was number 20. This is hands down one of the coolest things I've ever received from Pristine Auction. And I've gotten a lot of things. That is next level, right? We got a signed Joe Montana and a signed Barry Sanders in the same freaking week. I feel like a kid on Christmas. This is like Christmas for me every single week. Go set up your free accounts, pristineauction.com. Use the promo code Headliners. Just go sign up for the account. Do you have to go buy something? No, you do not have to in order to be eligible to win in a giveaway. But why would you not want to? There's thousands of auctions a day, things starting as low as $1. You can find great deals every single day. And look, my whole office is from Pristine Auction. You can get stuff from there no matter what it is you're looking for. That is awesome. So as I sit here and I cherish the Barry Sanders seat back, I think it's time that we get a little bit of food in our system before we go absolutely crazy. So let's throw it over to the Tailgate Chef and see what he's got cooking for us here in week 15.
Hey everybody, it's John here with the Fantasy Headliners Tailgate Pick of the Week. Today we're going to be doing a corned beef Reuben with a homemade Russian dressing. Y'all come on check it out. Alright, so I got a little corned beef here. I'll throw it on here and let it crisp up a little bit. Some people like pastrami. I like corned beef. You can do it however you want. Also, I got a little sauerkraut there. I've already drained it. I'll put it on, let it heat up, crisp up a little bit. While we're getting it going, let's go over here and work on this Russian dressing. For this Russian dressing, I use some mayonnaise, sweet pickle relish, onion powder, lemon juice, ketchup, Worcestershire sauce, salt, and horseradish. Mix all that up. Alright, so there's my corned beef getting a little crunch there to it and getting hot. Put a little Swiss cheese on there. Let it start melting. Krauts get a little crunch to it over here. Be ready here in just a second to put this sandwich together. I'll put a little butter on this. Got some rye bread here. Butter it. Put it down there. Put some of the dressing on it. Slide my corned beef on there. Put a little more dressing on the other side. Put it on the top. Put butter on it, let this toast. All right, let's cut into this thing and see what we got. Hope you enjoy it.
Well, as delicious as that, look, me and Barry just sitting here hanging out, having a good time, talking to each other, sharing old stories. I mean, you know how it is. But as we continue our stories here, I think it's time that we throw it over to Tater Miles and see if we have any bad weather to pay attention to here this weekend and find out a very delicious beer review heading into week 15.
Well, hey there, everybody. It's Tater Miles back again with another weekend tailgate episode. I've got a weather report and a beer review here for you today. But, you know, as we jump into this weather report, obviously things are ever changing here. Well, as if COVID hadn't done enough already, it's now threatening many people's fantasy playoffs with just a multitude of starters out on the COVID list. In fact, I think there's more starters right now on the COVID list than there would be on the waiver wire in a 4-team league. But just buckle up, hang on for dear life, and let's go out and win us a championship. So let's talk about this first game. First game I want to talk about is going to be played Sunday at 1 p.m. That's the New York Jets playing down in Miami versus the Dolphins. Now, it's going to be about 82 degrees here. So it's balmy, just warm weather. Wind's blowing at about 9 miles per hour. We do have a 43% chance of precipitation there, and that's kind of why I wanted to bring this up. There is a higher percentage earlier in the day, and I'm a little bit more concerned about some of that rain from the morning maybe lasting a little bit into this game, which is at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. So just something to watch out for. Now, just down the road, we've also got Houston and Jacksonville also at 1 p.m. It's going to be about 78 degrees there, but a 64% chance of rain there at game time. Those pockets of showers are going to be a little further that way come game time, and so 64% chance and wind coming in at 10 miles per hour. So check out those games, keep an eye on them. And of course, with all these games getting rescheduled further in the week, maybe something you may want to check your weather reports on there too. All right, before we get into the beer review, I do want to talk about, you know, I said a couple weeks ago that I'd be giving away a draft guide every week in December, and that still reigns true. Last week, I asked you guys to follow me on Twitter, and I will be awarding a free draft guide for next year to Brian Maddox. Congratulations, Brian. Brian was one of the people that followed me over on Twitter and entered to win, and you won, Brian. All right, to enter this week's contest, I tell you what, we're going to hop on down in the comment section of this video, and I just want you to tell me just the genuine reason. Why do you enjoy watching the Fantasy Headliners content? I want to share some love to the team. They've worked hard all year long. I ain't done a damn thing, but they've been working hard, and I just want to show them some love. So write down in the comment section just why you love the Fantasy Headliners, why you watch the videos each week, and I'm going to be selecting somebody that does that to win a free draft guide next week. Now, moving on to the beer review. This week I got something that I hope I'm going to enjoy. I love the name of it. It is Dale's Pale Ale. And you know, one of my favorite sayings is raise hell, praise Dale, and this just kind of fits. Now, Dale's Pale Ale is from the Oscar Blues Brewery. They've got a couple different locations in Colorado, NC, and Austin, Texas, but supposedly the first craft beer in a can. Now, they started making this in 2002, putting it in these cans. Directly from Dale's Pale website. Dale's Pale Ale is our defiant, proud, voluminously hopped mother of a pale ale. If you're looking for a fistful of flavor, look no further than this hopped up trail ride. I can't talk. Delivers a happy nose and an assertive but balanced flavors of pale malts and citrusy floral hops from the first sip to the final swig. Well, that's all well and good, but we only need the first sip. It's refreshing sound. Look at it. Coming above the... Ooh. All right, one sip. Everybody knows the rules. Dale's Pale Ale, here we go. Frothy. Now, it could be the way that I was raised, but I just love beer from a can. There's something nice about the way that that cold can just feels in your hand and on your lips when you drink it. And something about this is just extra special to be in this can. Now, as far as the flavor profile, I'm just gonna be real. I'm sorry that I got foam, and there's nothing insanely special about this Dale's Pale Ale here. It's good, don't get me wrong. But I can see why they really ride that first craft beer in a can thing. Because I don't know that there's that much else that they could really like, this is amazing about this beer. Because I don't think there is anything else that is amazing about this beer. Now, is it bad? No, it's not bad. You could still drink this and definitely enjoy it. Once again, it's not gross. I'm not saying that. If you like Dale's Pale Ale, don't get angry. You chose a perfectly fine beer to be the one you like. I'm gonna give this, because of all that, trying to remove personal bias, I'm gonna give it a 6.8. It leaves something to be desired for my palate. And that's all I'm gonna say about that. 6.8 Dale's Pale Ale. You guys keep making beer. You're doing a fine job. Nobody's hating on it. Listen, keep an eye on the news as you're setting your lineups for this week and next week now for a couple days and whatever else they decide to push through on this. It's just getting crazy out there in fantasy football land. Everybody, please stay safe, stay healthy, and we'll catch you next week.
Joe wanted to share some stories too. I mean, he's a little old himself. He wanted to share some stories maybe about him and Barry together. I don't know what it. I mean, we're just catching up. But as we sit here and I continue to talk to Joe, how about we throw it over to Chris Chouse, who's back in the house talking point spreads here for Week 15 NFL football.
What is up, Headliner Nation? Chris Chow's back again for Point Spread Picks, week number 15, baby. Let's dive in. This is COVID week. Everything's in disarray. Last week, we did all right, man. 8-6 on the record. Can't hate it. We're still on the big positive, 109-99 on the season. Gotta love it, but let's dive in because COVID has got this week all screwed up, and we got to get everything going right now. So Saturday, we had 2. Now we have 1. New England taking on the Indianapolis Colts. The Colts favored by 2.5. The Patriots have knocked off 6 in a row now, and they're coming off the bye. They're going to be tested on the road versus JT. We know JT is going to run. He loves to run. The Pats defense isn't overly spectacular versus the run, but the Pats, they got their own run game as well. They will start Drake because Harris is out, and the Colts are going to have to run. This could be a very heavy ground and pound contest. Lots of clock control. Minus 2.5 for Indy at home. I think I'm going to gamble. I think the winning streak comes to an end this week for the Patriots. On Sunday, the Buffalo Bills at home to Carolina, minus 10.5. The Buffalo Bills are in big trouble, and they need to start get going. Josh Allen is hurting, but he is on the mend. He is going to play even with that turf toe. The Patriots, they will continue their 2 quarterback rotation as per Coach Rule. I don't like it. I don't know what they're doing. DJ Moore could be out this week. Still haven't gotten official word, but watch out for that one. The Bills should win this game and get back on track, but I'm going to give Carolina the advantage to at least kill this spread late. I'm going to say Carolina plus 10.5 in a loss. Houston going to Jacksonville to face the Jaguars. Jaguars favored by 4.5 points. The big story here is Jaguars finally remove Urban Meyer from the head coaching spot, and this could be a huge lift for the Jaguars in this contest. It's a difficult contest to guess because both teams are bottom feeders, and this will be the bottom feeder bowl of the week. I'm going Houston plus 4.5 in what should be a 3-point contest. Tennessee going to Pittsburgh. The Steelers favored by 1 point. It was a pick'em spread. Now it is down to 1 point. The Titans have found ways to win games without King Henry, and that's pretty impressive, man, if you ask me. TJ Watt is a question mark to play in this contest. Haven't seen if he's going to suit up just yet. The Steelers, they turned the corner last week late in that contest to show against Minnesota, but Vegas was basically making this a pick'em contest. I'm going to side with Tennessee. I think they're rolling in all the right categories. Pittsburgh really needs to play good offense to win this one. I'm still going with Tennessee. Arizona minus 12.5 at Detroit. The Lions have tried their best all season long, but everything has come to the close based on injuries and COVID crippling them. Zona is coming off a big loss on Monday Night Football. They will have no D-Hop for at least the next 6 weeks, but Zona has proven to be resilient even though injuries have taken place. I'm going with Zona on a massive tune-up, being angry, losing to the LA Rams minus 12.5. The New York Jets taking travel to Miami and 9.5 points for the Fish. The Dolphins, they got COVID issues of their own, but they did get Ahmad and Gaskin back. Jalen Waddle Waddle still appears to be on the COVID list, unlikely to suit up at this point. The Jets are a team they're looking to turn a slight corner of improvement. They're going to get Carter, the running back, back, and he's going to have a massive role. With no Waddle, I got to go with the Jets here. I think plus 10 is too much. I'm going with the Jets plus 9.5. Dallas minus 10.5 at the New York Giants. The Cowboys came out of the gates flying last week to only let the Washington football team come back in. And I mean, the Giants, undoubtedly, I mean, with lesser quarterbacks, Mike Glennon and company behind center, I mean, how could they definitely outscore anybody at this point? The Giants season is all but over, and they're just going to try to end this streak out. I think Dallas needs this contest, and they got to put up a lot of points, which I think they will. Minus 10.5 rather easily for the Dallas Cowboys. Cincinnati at Denver, minus 2.5 for the Broncos. I mean, the Broncos came out last week with all due respect for Demaryius Thomas, and I think that one also gave them a lot of uplift to win that game. The Bengals, they're hosting them this week after Cincinnati came in OT and lost in overtime as well, even though they played very well, showed a lot of heart for the comeback. I really do like the Bengals. I think they're going to turn it around in this contest, and they're going to put up a lot of points on the board in the Mile High. I'm going to gamble here. Plus 2.5 Cincinnati. Atlanta taking travel to San Francisco, minus 9.5. The 49ers, I mean, they're turning into some well-oiled machine here, man. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle, they're looking like they can't make any mistakes, making them involved in creative ways. Jimmy G has been playing very good, especially against the blitz, man. He is one of the best in the last 3 weeks. Both teams right now are 6-7 ATS, and I don't like this spread. It's too high for me because Atlanta can definitely put up points on the board. I'm going to go ATL plus 9.5, even though San Francisco should win this game. Green Bay minus 5.5 taking travel to Baltimore. The Packers have become one of the better teams all season long to bet on. Even though on the road in Baltimore, it's hard to go away from Aaron Rodgers. Even if Lamar was pegged to play in this game, which he isn't, I really, it'd be hard pressed to go against 5.5 for Green Bay, even on the road. Without Lamar, it's even easier for me. I'm going Green Bay 5.5. New Orleans at Tampa Bay, Sunday Night Football. We got the Buccaneers favored by 11.5 points, and the Bucs are coming off a game where they almost let the Bills come back and win, and the Saints are going to use Taysom Hill. I mean, they're not necessarily a complete overall group that you can trust, but with Sean Payton on the COVID, this is a huge loss, and with Tampa Bay at home likely going to, get more calls coming their way. Bills Mafia, you know what I'm talking about. Flags galore for them not being called, but anyway, no Payton for me. Tampa Bay minus 11. I'm taking that all day long. Monday Night Football, we got two games now. The Las Vegas Raiders and the Cleveland Browns, minus 1.5 for the Brownies. I mean, this game was supposed to play on the Saturday, but now it got moved to Sunday because of all the COVID issues. Breakouts all over the league right now, over 150 players, so these are things to watch. Cleveland literally had no roster to play and suit up on this contest. It is a detriment to the Vegas Raiders, but I think the Browns, you know what, even if they get their guys back, they're going to run this ball with Nick Chubb. The Raiders, they're going to have their hands full of Chubb, if you know what I'm talking about, so I'm going to go and gamble here with Cleveland minus 1.5. Believe in Baker and company will be back for this game. Second one of the doubleheader, Minnesota minus 5.5 at Chicago. The Bears season has been rough. We know this. I mean, Nagy's not going to have any assistant coaches on the sidelines as it stands today. Oh, they're all on the COVID. Dalvin Cook ran like a man possessed last week, and I mean, he should pick up where he left off. This one to me is an easy one as well. I think Minnesota's going to push the envelope, and they're going to go for more than 6. I'm taking Minnesota minus 5.5. Tuesday Night Football now. We got that, baby. It's Seattle at the LA Rams, minus 4 for the Rams. COVID hit the Rams hard, and I mean, now we get 2 games on Tuesday. Seattle only lost Tyler Lockett and Alex Collins on the COVID list, where the Rams were a slew of players missing. I think either way, the Rams offense showed what they could do against the Cardinals. They're starting to pick up steam. OBJ should be good for this one, and they got a lot of chemistry going. I'm taking the LA Rams minus 4 at home. Last one on Tuesday, hopefully, man, is Washington at the Philadelphia Eagles. Minus 10 for these Eagles, baby. I don't understand this spread. It's too high for me. Even though the COVID hit Washington crazy, Heineke and Allen both were out for this game. Hopefully, they're going to be back. This is why it's going to be pegged on Tuesday. 10 points is far too rich for my blood, even though Jalen Hurts should be back in this one. We don't know about Miles Sanders, but if I do reserve the right to change this pick only if Tyler Heineke does not suit up in this game. As of right now, I'm saying that he is playing, so I'm going to go Washington plus 10, thinking he's going to compete in this one. So there you have it, man. That is my picks on Week 15 point spread picks. Go get that money. I wish you guys nothing but the best of luck. Hopefully, COVID doesn't kill your teams this week, but anyway, I am out.
Awesome. Appreciate it, Chris. And I'm still blown away. I mean, as a football fan for decades, doing this job for over 5 years. I mean, the fact that I have the opportunity to receive items like this and then gift items like this is just, it's mind-blowing to me what this community here has been able to accomplish over the last 5 years. And I greatly appreciate the support. And like I said, we don't keep all this stuff. Obviously, you know, we do giveaways every single week, multiple giveaways every single week. But man, to be able to touch things and do things like this is next level. And I thank you guys so much for that opportunity. But continue to do us a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. We have content year round. We don't stop in January or February after the Super Bowl. We continue to go all year round. If you enjoy what you see on this channel, you can always become a member, right? You can join down below. It's $4.99 a month. It's not that much. Plus, if I'm being totally transparent, YouTube keeps 30% of it, so it's not like a huge chunk going to us, but it helps us get through from January through April when things are really slow here around the channel. We basically do this job for free for a few months because nobody's watching fantasy football videos for the most part. So if that's something you're interested in and able to do here as the season's coming to an end, support us through the offseason all year long. We would greatly appreciate that support. But for now, if you can just hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, look forward to some more great content, and hoping that a lot of people can get some wins here in the fantasy playoffs because the championships are right around the corner. And that's what we're all here for, is to walk away with bragging rights, trophies, and extra money in our pockets. So hopefully you guys are having a great week. Good luck this weekend. Make sure you stay tuned to everything. Kyle will be live Sunday morning around 11:30 or so. It's a members only stream. You can still watch it, but members are the ones that are allowed to chat in the chat right there. So make sure if you're interested, you want to get any last minute news, he'll be hooking you up there Sunday morning. But hopefully you guys have a great weekend here this weekend. Looking forward to talking to you in week 16. Have a good one.